Hello friends, fans, followers, and supporters of the Judex. Now, it isn't often that we need to do this, or that we even want to do it, but I'm speaking to you today with a very important message from all of us in the Judex, and with a message that we're aware makes us seem possibly paranoid, or even petty, and certainly is going to ruin some fucking rock and roll mystique. Now, you can't see me at this moment, but I want you to know that I'm smoking a pipe next to a fireplace, and that nothing could be further from the truth. Rather, we are speaking today because the Judex is declaring war. War against Sonic Drive-In. Yes, you heard me right. Us, a little obscure underground rock and roll band, going up against a corporate conglomerate fast food enterprise. Doesn't seem like the odds are in our favor. And believe me, we have no illusions that the masses would prefer an underground garage band to delicious and fattening greasy tater tots. We all love tater tots, except for Dalton. Now, I'll get right to the point, frantic ones. We actually believe that it's possible that Sonic, or rather, an advertising music firm hired by Sonic Corporate, committed an act of plagiarism against the Judex. Notably, our theme song, Cult of Judex, which we launched nearly 3 years ago. And yeah, look, we're aware how far-fetched and reaching that sounds. We're aware that we only have a few thousand hits on that song, even if it's been played every week almost by Rock and Roll Manifesto Radio, which you should all check out. And most importantly, we're also aware that Cult of Judex employs a very basic 3-chord progression. You might even call it generic, which I do, and I wrote it. But that is just the point. If this were a coincidence, why wouldn't it possibly be at a higher key? Wouldn't it not include hand claps? Wouldn't it not include a chanting gang vocal? Even the notes that change in Sonic's chord progression are exact notes found in the guitar solo at the end of Cult of Judex. Now look, let me just give you an example. Here is the basic riff of Sonic's jingle. Now, here's our riff. And again, somewhat generic, sure. We reached out to 24 friends yesterday morning when this came to our attention, and every response that you could argue they were biased because they're friends of ours supported our suspicions. We specifically just sent our friends a link to Sonic's ad campaign. We didn't mention Cult of Judex specifically. Here is a random response, but very well thought out by an accomplished musician friend of ours named Josh Riley. Josh said, quite similar to the Cult of Judex, the similarity being both are in A minor key progression with a similar beat. The key difference is the actual chord progression. Cult is 1A, 2C, 3D, 4A. Sonic's is 1A, 2C, 3D, 4G/E. And that's the end of Josh's quote. Now again, we realize and recognize that Sonic's Drive-In is a beloved part of many people's lives, and we don't say boycott them on behalf of some band with, a very small cult following. We don't even want to be taking the effort to make this cheap-ass looking video message, but we do have an obligation to protect our work, because we have put a lot of time and money into it. Plus, Cult of Judex is an anthem about empowerment and finding your tribe against abusers, enablers, rationalizers, and manipulators. So, we'll be damned if Sonic steals the fucking riff for a Fritos rap. Anyway, the whole thing isn't as far-fetched as you may think. There have been literally dozens of plagiarism cases in the last 15 years where composers, and I'm using that term loosely, have taken obscure music they found online that they sought out, where they presumed it wasn't protected by copyright. Then, due to the high volume of music they need to pitch to the various firms who hire them, they would slightly rewrite and retweak the music just a bit, keeping that original energy that, made them notice in the first place, I guess. Entire laws have been passed in response to this. Now, the Judex doesn't fuck around, as you know. We did meet with a prominent music attorney in New York. Not making that up. This guy is prominent and known in the industry. He listened to both and told us he believed the similarity was remarkable and that it was worth a fight to try to litigate it. What that means is not exactly suing Sonic, but trying to get them to settle for something. But alas, we Judex are but humble musicians. Any money we make goes back into our albums, and so we've come to a new solution if Sonic's corporate PR team will hear us. Simply give us a lifetime of free food. Simply give free food to homeless shelters in certain regions that we suggest, and you can continue to use our riff in your ad campaign. It's evident that even the corporate conglomerate boring-ass lackeys at Sonic and the bullshit crummy musicians they employ, they all want to join the Cult of Judex and ride our coattails, and really, who can blame them? We're always going to be a lot fucking cooler than Sonic. But you tell us, does this sound like a ripoff, or an homage of our song? And we await your answer.